Howdy, howdy. It is Taco Tuesday. Howdy, people. What's going on out there? How's everybody doing out there this fine Tuesday? Yeah, it is 11:51. It's 126 coming this. Wow, 126 degrees outside. Something ain't right. 10% humidity, 76 inside, 54 humidity inside. Anyhow, question for you guys today. I know you ain't gonna answer it, anyways. What kind of tacos do you like? And also, what kind of Mexican food do you like? Leave a comment if you would. Tacos I like shredded, but not shredded, but ground beef. I don't care for the shredded beef, but ground beef. It could be hard tacos, but not too hard. If they're going to be too hard, I'll take a soft taco. We found another Mexican food restaurant that we're going to try out. It's on the corner of Record Road and Maine. My brain ain't working today, people. It's called Los Amigos out there in Mesa. So we'll give it a try and see what we think of him, and then if you guys want to give it a try, go ahead, go for it. It's in Mesa, Record Road in Maine, right across from Walgreens, but I'm also thinking the name of that old motel there. Anyhow, yeah, we're going to try that out, Payday, and we'll let you guys know what we think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll take my equipment to put onto the phone and film. But I'm kind of eager, I don't know, I better not. Not unless I get permission. But if it's good food and we go back next time, I will talk to management and say, hey, can I do some filming of you guys and post it? But, yeah, I went and done my stress test. The longest portion of it is being called back. Then when I got called back, I guess they kept on going out and calling my name again. But they got me on the machine and they made me put my arms above my head. The first thing they did, they put an IV in my right arm. I was surprised they found the vein. Usually they have problems in my right arm, so they always had to go to my left. But then they put me on the machine and put my arms back and before they send me inwards, they put a blood pressure cuff on and put pads on my chest and stuff. And then they started the thing at about the end. And they said, be sure to close your eyes because it's going to have the laser on to find you where the center is. Oh, okay. Probably go to sleep too while I'm at it. So I got in the machine and while they come back, she says, okay, I'm going to be putting the medicine to you that it's going to cause your heart to go a little bit faster. It's probably going to cause you to have a headache and the problems breathing. He says, do you have any? And then, but if it's real bad, let me know before I send you back to the machine. Oh, okay. So she stopped putting the stuff in. She said, okay. I said, I'm having problems breathing, man. I said, my chest is just tightening up too tight. So okay, I'll get it fixed. So she got that fixed and everything was okay, and then started taking imaging of my heart. Before they started, I said, "This says, yeah." I says, probably don't have a heart. I might have to go to see the wizard." She started laughing. Jeez. Nobody made comments like that before. That's good. Then she started singing, "I have to see the wizard." But yeah, they treated me pretty good in there. I mean, they explained to me what was going to happen, and of course, I had to send some papers. Uh, the room they went, they put the IV in. Man, that was like a kind of freaking freezer. It was cold. So when they took me out of that room and taking me back to the machine, I asked them, I says, "I hope it ain't that cold back here," because I said, "Man, that room is like an icebox." I said, my kind of picking veins cannot take it." So while I'm in there, after she gets all the pads put on me, then she went and she grabbed me a nice warm blanket. She says, "Okay, here we go, keep your, at least your bottom half warm." "All right, thanks." So the test went through and I got done, and I told her, I said, "Yeah, I get to go get me a Pepsi." She said, "Bring me back something." Oh man! And then another thing I gotta do something here pretty soon. But they need to start when they call somebody back. They need to start saying the person's last name. Because we're sitting there waiting, and this one lady on the other side come out, "David?" I stood up. Another guy stood up. And she goes, "What's your last name?" I told her that. "You're the wrong one." Yeah, they need to do that. I'm gonna make a comment on the website about it. Guess that's some strange shit, man. But that's done over with. The third, I go back to the doctor and see what the results were. I hope everything shows good. I don't want to go through another cotton picking surgery or have to get stents put in. I already got 6. I think that's pretty enough. 6 is, I think, is pretty enough. But yeah, the only thing on the rest of this week, the only thing I got written on the calendar besides tomorrow, I got a water. Thursdays I go to my friend, help him out some more. Friday I got a water plus wash down Benny's patio. It keeps me busy in here. I met some people. They treated us nice, and they're good people. In fact, I think this park's the only park that really we had some decent neighbors. In Sierra Grande, had a guy across the street. His name is Bob. He was decent. He had a lemon tree, so he would pick a bunch of lemons for me and for us, and sit at the doorstep. But then the guy that moved to the south of us, his name was Ray. He was a decent guy. I would let it go around our lot, cleaning up and stuff, because I would like things to look nice. And his dog always come on pooping on the yard. So I would clean it up. Ray says, "Well, you know what? I used to do it, but since you beat me to it," he said, "I'm going to start paying you money for helping take care of my lot and stuff." I said, "Yeah, okay, no problem." I did that, and then one lady that was on the north of us, before she moved, I did some work for her, did weeding, trimmed up some oleanders, and then one time I was over there cutting down the oleanders, and I forgot about the stupid cactus, and I backed right into it. Oh man, that hurt. Thank God that none of the thorns stuck at me, but man. I told her, I said, that's dangerous. I said, we need to trim that cactus back. She says, go for it. So I did. I cleared it enough to where there's enough room to walk behind it without worrying about bumping into it. The maintenance crew, they were bad. I didn't care for them. One time we had a leak in the bedroom from while it was raining. So I went to the office and complained, and the maintenance guy came and looked around. Oh yeah, I need some roof patching. I'll get it done. I mean, we're renting a damn place from you guys. Fix it. Well, next rain, leaked again. This time, a big old bubble in the bedroom and popped, and water went on the TV. I thought for sure our TV was gone. I was mad. I went off. I said, you know what? I kind of picked a roof broke open and my TV got ready. I hope you guys know it better not be damaged, or you guys are going to be buying me a new TV. Oh, we'll get it fixed. So the guy come up there, got up on the roof. He patched the areas and stuff, plus he painted the whole roof. Got done and said, well, the next rain we'll see if it leaks. I said, well, what about the whole room ceiling? Well, we'll wait till and make sure it's not leaking no more. All right. 2 months go by. A year goes by. We still got a hole in the freaking ceiling. They never did jack crap to that inside. And then we always constantly having a problem with the AC. Tell you. The people that own the park, I ain't going to get into it. Anyways, when they hire people, they don't really screen the people good, I guess, because the one maintenance guy high on crack, I caught him. When Ray passed away, he was over there doing some work because the guy that Ray worked for, he went around the parks and he would buy trailers, turn around and fix them up and either rent them out or sell them for more than what he paid for. Well, that trailer, it needed some repairs because before Ray moved in, there was this elderly Mexican guy, I can't remember his name, I think it's Jose, or something like that. Anyways, he had his daughter and her boyfriend, I guess, and there's 4 kids living in there, which they're not supposed to. And I guess they really tore the inside of that trailer to pieces when their grandfather was taken away and put in the nursing home because he just couldn't be taken care of. He needed somebody 24/7 that was actually not drunk to take care of him. So anyways, one of the kids, see, we had a ramp on the one side of the trailer, and anyways, they were running up and down on the ramp and causing our dogs to go nuts. And I told him, I said, you stay off in this ramp. This is not your property. You stay off. And one kid sitting there talking in Spanish and stuff, I said, he ain't going to get you. I said, you stay off my property. I said, see that line? I said, that's my line and my property. You stay on the opposite side. So don't be coming over on my property. Well, apparently that didn't do anything, so I got tired. I went to the office, made a complaint. And they at the office says, well, ain't the old man there? I said, no, he's been gone for almost a month now. I says, this lady, she's not even of age, and the guy's not of age. I says, and they got kids. They got what? I said, yeah, they got kids. They've been running up and down the ramp, disturbing our dogs. And one time the one kid pushed the doorbell, and I guess I was taking a nap, so I got up. I was mad. So they said, okay, they're going to go do an inspection of the place and get them moved out, because they're not supposed to have kids in that park. So they moved out. Anyways, the guy goes around buying trailers, happened to buy that one and from the park, and Ray needed a job because the guy that owned the company, he met Ray at Fort McDowell Casino. Ray was staying in his car. So the guy gave Ray a job and told Ray, hey, I got a trailer that you can move right into and it needs fixing, but, start fixing it up. So that's how Ray got moved in there. And one day I was out there, I was talking to my friend, Johnny Avenatti, from the fire department. Him and his wife came over to visit. We was outside talking, and one of the workers come up to me that knew me, and they says, I have to tell you some bad news. I go, what's that? He says, Ray passed away. I say, what? Yeah, Ray passed away. I says, the day that they came in and took him in the ambulance, before they came, he was outside, and he looked at me, he says, Dave, he says, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because about three days prior to that, he was in the hospital for something else. Anyhow, he kept on telling me, something ain't right. So he called 911. They came out, and he just couldn't walk. He answered the door, and he accidentally, just flopped down. They checked his blood pressure and blah blah. They did everything else and took him away. Well, when I was told he passed away, we found out that he passed away with COVID. He had COVID at the house. I didn't catch it. I don't know why, but I just didn't catch it. So they hired this guy come in, and the owner that bought the trade asked me. He says, "Okay, I got a guy coming in to spray the place. Oh God, what the hell was the name? And it's spray time to kill the COVID and whatever viruses is in the trailer. Sterilize." And he says, "Here's the key." He says, "Let him in, and then when they're done, just put the key in the car." That's okay. So anyhow, before this happened, Ray told me, he says, I'm just looking at this old cabinet. I got the cabinet. I'm looking, and he had it outside, and we put a tarp over it. He says, if anything happened to me, he says, I want you to take this cabinet. And he had a potberry stove, which I got rid of because it was falling apart. He had an old-fashioned milk container, milk container that you see at the farms. I got that outside still. And I got a few other things, the battery operated, the noise-making dogs, Christmas animals that I got out of him. And got some tools and some other stuff. Anyhow, that park, I don't know. I got a friend I went to school with that's sitting in there now, and I talked to him, and he said everything's changed. I don't know. I just don't trust that park. I wouldn't live there. Um, I don't know. I really don't like to live in parks if I can avoid it. What my ideal is, find me about 2.5 acres out somewhere out of way, not having too good people around. That way we can have one section for some, I don't know, cows and whatever. Then have some chickens for our eggs and stuff like that. But that doesn't ever happen. Like I said on the one video that I posted, we're not rich. We're just comfortable, put it that way. So anyways, that's enough of my jibber jabbing for today for a while. Maybe later on tonight I'll get back on. It's 11 after 12. It's lunchtime. It's a shame I don't have no tacos. Hey, people out there, you eat a taco for me. Really? Leave on the comment what kind of tacos, what kind of Mexican food you love. I hope you leave a comment. Remember, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel, please. You have a fine Tuesday, and be safe out there, please. God bless. Goodbye.